Doesn't seem like there's any music. Prof, can you hear me? Doesn't seem like there's any music. Prof, can you hear me? Alrighty, everybody. What is going on? Welcome back to another exciting day of gaming with yours truly. My name is Astreus, and today we'll be doing some random pairings for Season 2 of VRPL. Now, we're going to go through 23 different teams. That means that one team will not match. Unfortunately, we need a 24th team to have even teams. So, one of the questions that we got from Season 1, of course, was why do we give max points to the team that gets the bye week? So our thought process on that was, why punish a team who's showing up to not give them full points, right? That sucks. If you're the team that's playing, that's there, that's doing what they're supposed to do, then they're not getting full points because they're being punished because they don't have an opponent. That's not on them. That's on the league, right? So we want to give them max points. We also give those max points to the bottom of the ladder. The reason for that is it also changes up the bottom of the ladder a little bit more and gives more variable play between the matchups that happen at the lower end of the league, right? So it's not always this team is second to last or dead last every week or whatever it may be because they're not winning games. They get a win, they get to meet and play against higher level teams because they get thrown up into the middle of the pack, and then that gives them the ability to learn and move on, right? So that's why we do it that way, right? Now, it's not a perfect system. Yes, I get it. Last season, there was a couple teams that people felt like shouldn't have been in the top 16, and that's okay. That's why we have the first elimination round that is not for points and not for seasonal ranking. Only the top 12 points gets seasonal ranking. So that first round, which is between the very top tier teams, number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and the very bottom tiered teams, what is it, 12 through 16, or 13 through 16, those teams pair, and whoever loses that game, 0 points. They're out. It's a wild card round, right? So, for all those y'all that are joining, appreciate y'all. We got like 21 something plus viewers. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. For those of you that have joined the channel, not for VRPL, but for my personal streaming and stuff, I plan to get a lot more active here soon. I've had a year of military orders that I had to deal with, a lot of different stuff with my schedule. It was barely all I could do to run the league, my personal life, my work life, etc. And so streaming just got pushed to the sideline. I hope to start making more content and being a little bit more active. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out and joining the channel. I used to stream every single night of the week. I don't know if I'll get there, but we'll see what happens. So welcome, welcome, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to seeing me live for the first time in a very long time. So if I keep looking over there, it's because that's where my chat is. So I'm gonna check that out real quick and see what's going on. We're gonna get some pairings going. Hulk Smash is saying give him UMAD already. Welcome Hulk. Dareth, what's up, man? From the UK. Thank you for joining. Let's see, Kraka, what's going on, brother? Thank you, thank you. Give me Sector. Oh, Jensen wanting Sector. Okay, okay. All right. And we got Mike and a couple other people. So anyways, yeah, but welcome, guys. Welcome. So we'll get to that pretty quick. If anybody has any questions that you want to ask after we get done with the pairings, I'll be sure to answer those. We'll kind of open it up for like a little question and answer type thing. I know there's a lot of times that I don't get to directly interact with you guys. Discord sucks because you can never tell tone through text, right? So I try to be like calm, cool, and collected at all times. But man, some people in this frickin' community have pushed my buttons to the point where I'm like losing my mind, right? So if you see me with a shorter fuse or maybe acting like Dissertory from VREL, right? Just be aware that you can only push a bomb so much before it loses its cool. So, but anyways, yeah. So I appreciate you guys. All y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And I know you're all here for the pairing, so let's get into it and see what happens. I'm gonna hop over to the other screen real quick, and we will get going. And that does not have the Stand by 1 second. Let me get it up. It was there a second ago. There it is. Alrighty. Darren. Yeah, it's pretty cool this season, guys. As a lot of you guys are aware, we have some different teams from different regions coming in. It does make scheduling a little bit of a headache being an international league, but we're super appreciative to see so many different people from different regions and stuff coming in and hanging out, so that's always awesome. And let's see here. Let's get going on some stuff. Is there any music or anything in the background? Looks like there is. If it's too loud, let me know, guys. What up, Shogun from Brazil? I'm super excited about this season, guys. Super, super excited. So if you guys want to in the comments, if you don't mind, whenever I get a pairing together to keep track, because I do struggle with ADD and stuff, please just link the two, right, for whoever it is. So, but first up, without further ado, let's see who we get. Looks like our first pick for the season is going to be Aggravated Discharge. Go ahead and remove them from the list. Congrats, Aggravated. Coming in first already, I like it. And one of the Forge teams, Forge Ice. Forge Ice, so that's going to be pretty cool to see. Forge, of course, as you all know, is the farm team, I guess, for the league. So people are able to come in and join if they don't have a team or friends to play with. Instantly join Forge, get placed into a roster, and then they go in and can be picked up by any team. So it's a recruiting tool and stuff like that. So super awesome server to be involved with, and growing new and interesting talent each and every week. So be sure you check out Forge Discord as well. Our next pick is going to be SKS Roughnecks. Had a very strong season last season. Finished in the top 12, scoring some points. We actually played them in the, I believe it was quarterfinals. I could be wrong there, but versus Anarchy. Anarchy was one of our final teams last season to make it into the finals match. They got second place last season, scoring a big 11 points for the seasonal rankings. So that's freaking awesome. Congrats to them. Some very strong players on Anarchy, Flying Dutchman, Randaros, One True Prodigy. And a new team to VR Pro League this season, Afranchi, number 2. They have 1 and 2. So I don't know who's all is on that roster. I haven't seen them play in quite some time, but I'm aware of their history dating back to earlier seasons back in VREL. There's no way that just happened. So Afranchi 1 versus Afranchi 2. That is hilarious. Hilarious. What up, Illuminati? What up, Stoic? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Flatlined, how's it going? Thanks for joining. What's up, Kurt Cocaine? How many team paired so far? Only like 4 or so, Kurt. So we got Afranchi 1 versus Afranchi 2. And we'll get right back into it. Just checking chat real quick. Big shout out to Disney J, man. Disney did an awesome job last season picking up a ton of the casts and streams. I had originally planned to be way more active on the streaming front, but with the time frame and a lot of the matches being later in the afternoon and having to wake up at 4 a.m. most nights, or most days, I guess you could say, it was very, very difficult for me to pick those matches up. So huge shout out to Disney. I appreciate you, all the hard work that you put into the league and your volunteer hours. So thank you. Everybody in chat, be sure to give him a big round of applause. Next matchup, we have Sector. Sector did very, very well last season. Some very strong players. Dareth, Illuminati. I don't know if Black Wolf still plays for them. That guy used to be one of the sneakiest, most obnoxious players. You just walk around a corner and get smoked. But very memorable player. against Rising Order Crew, which I believe is captained by Angel Baby. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hulk Smash, but I think that's your sister team. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Next we've got Forge Fire. Forge Fire coming back for a second season, but for the most part, I think most of the people that were on Forge last season moved up and out, so to speak. So, Bear. Apologies, Bear's barking at the door. Crazy dog. And my ADD kicked in there, so I don't know if Rogue Omega's a new one or if they're versus Forge Fire. What do we got here? I know Liam was keeping track. What up, Mommy Marshall? Welcome, welcome. Big huge shout out to Disney there. Rising Order versus One Crew. So Forge Fire versus Rogue Omega. So we're on to the next pairing here. The first week's maps are going to be, by popular demand, Lumber and Afghan. Interestingly enough, both maps have very, very similar premises, and whenever I was looking at Afghan as far as map design in partnership with Sneaker Man, the great man, the myth, the legend himself, Sneaker Man, I miss you. Come back in my life. But they both have, you know, a very similar style, a ridge line for Overwatch position. You know, the objectives are kind of spread through the middle. I tried to add a fourth objective to that map. That way it would have a random rotation versus a set rotation. I'm really not a big fan of the set rotation maps because I feel like it's too easy to gain map control and then just dominate the rest of the game. So now we have VR Mafia there going against SKS Killas. That'll be a good game. SKS Killas coming back with a very strong lineup again this season. Did very well last season. I believe Rogue Alpha played them in the semifinals. Gave us a huge run for our money. Good to see veteran teams around. BRZ SO, also a team that Rogue Alpha played last season in the finals tournament. Very strong team, strong lineup. I think most of their lineup is the exact same, so they will be a force to be reckoned with this season for all of y'all. Next we have Rogue Sigma. Rogue Sigma coming back, top 12 finisher from last season. Good job, guys. Versus Outcast, captained by Disney J himself, the man, the myth, the legend. This wheel's getting interesting. We've got SKS Misfits, which is a merger team between Unwanted Guests from last season and the SKS crew with Dizzle and Tactical Dab and all those guys. We've got Team RBS, which I have no idea anything about them. A new Russian team that joined, Russian Bear Squad. We have KDR. And next we have Apex coming back. Apex was in the season about halfway through and then ended up dropping due to roster issues and have come back to Season 2, so we're excited to see them back. And a bunch of their players, Keisha, absolute monster on the battlefield. Oh my god, Apex versus UMAD round 1. That, I believe, will probably be the match of the week to watch, to see how UMAD handles Apex. Apex has been active in other events and tournaments. I haven't played against them in a minute, but played against UMAD in the finals tournament last season. And UMAD has a very, very strong crew. A lot of the similar crew. Picked up a couple really good new players from other teams, Jordan and a couple other people. Actually, Jordan and Demon, both former Rogue players. So that's an interesting thing. Next we have Rising Order, captained by Hulk Smash. I really hope Rogue Alpha doesn't end up with the bye. Seems almost like it's not fair. And Legion. I rigged it. I rigged it in my favor. Just kidding. It's totally random and live. Alright, Rogue Alpha will be playing against one of these two teams. The brand new Russian Bear Squad or SKS Misfits. Who will it be? Looks like SKS Misfits it is. Awesome, awesome. Be sure to get with me on scheduling. We have a very open schedule for the most part with Rogue Alpha. We try to be available as much as possible, so hopefully we can get something squared away. I know that's Lumpy Diapers and man, I forgot the co-captain's name. I apologize. And then Russian Bear Squad will be playing against Russian Bear Squad and get a full point score for week 1. Sorry guys, I know you joined the league to start playing, but we don't have another team for you to play, so you will have a bye for the week. But the good news is, gives you a little bit extra time to prep for week 2 and the next set of matches. What up, Mommy Marsha, Liam, J-Man, what up? How's it going? Fubar joining the chat. And see what's going on there. So I'm going to switch back over to my main screen. We got 32 viewers. I don't do this too often. Actually, I don't know if I've ever done this as far as like a Q&A session. Sorry, I just threw my phone across the room. But if you guys have some questions, I will do my best to answer them live. Means you don't have to submit a ticket or whatever. Bear with me if I don't have the exact answer that you're looking for, but I'll try to provide some sort of relevant information. It's super exciting to get back into the season and get playing again. I know a lot of you guys are antsy. We will have a Domination League. It is in the works. It will be coming soon, and we're just trying to get the competitive comp control season up and underway and ready to go. So we have now achieved that goal. I've now done the pairings. I've had a very busy schedule this week, so had to deal with some of that stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I'd like to open it up. I will go off of the chat here. If you have a question and want to answer a question, please feel free to do so. I am an open book, guys. I try to open everything or answer everything as best as I can and be upfront with you guys and be transparent as possible. So, can a new team still sign up? Yes, Mommy Marshall. So, the way our system and season is designed is a cumulative point system. So, any team at any point in time can join and start accruing points, right? If a team is really, really good and they join halfway through the season, they will be slotted at the very bottom of the league and they will work their way up through the ranking. If they're really good, they should theoretically demolish the lower level teams, getting maximum points and getting a bunch of points quickly and climbing the ladder until they hit the zone that they should be playing in, right? So if they're a number 1 team, they'll get, say it's 50, 50, 50, 50, like 40, 40, and then they should be close to the top levels of play. Because the top level teams, theoretically, should be having closer matches with less points gained, right? Now, when a team demolishes a team and jumps up, when they get to the next week, if they're not within their like match made ratings, so to speak, they should get either lower points or less points for that week, and then it kind of evens out through the wash. Now, one of the things that we looked at from last season was the fact that I think it was 50 to 70 tags was scored the exact same. It was 5 points in our system, which led to a lot of teams having very similar scores, and we wanted to kind of get away from, oh, it's a 4-0 victory. Well, that doesn't really tell the true story, right? A 50 to 12 victory is a different number that is more objective and you can work with, right? So what we did was we went in, we revamped the scoring system. Now for every single tag you get, that's a factor of 10. So 100 tags is 10 points. Going to be very, very hard to get a 10-point score, right? If you see a 10-point score, you'll be like, holy crap, that team rocked that round, right? You'll see a lot of 9s, 92, 93 victories, etc. 80 will be 8, 70 will be 7, and it goes down that way, right? Now, to balance a 1 to 0, meaning 10 tags or like 11 tags to 0 score, and to make sure that the winning team has a victory bonus, we also added in, I think it's 3 points per victory. So that then answers the question of how do we make sure that a victory is worth more than just the points itself, right? So don't quote me on those numbers exactly. It's in the PDF, which is on the Discord, but that's what that is. So teams can join at any time, more than welcome to join at any time. And if they're a good team, they should be able to very quickly climb the ranks and get to where they should be. And if they are a brand new team that's not familiar with comp, they'll start with the lower scale teams and work their way up as the system works itself out. So, good question. Good question. Let's see here. See what else we got. Yeah, I guess that's it. How many teams are on the roster? So there are currently 23 teams. The two first maps are Afghan and Lumber. I think it's Lumber and Afghan in order, technically. And then there's some other maps that'll be coming in next season. How many weeks will the season last? That's in the PDF document, but it'll be anywhere from 14 to 16 weeks, hopefully. That gives us enough time for the Season 2 tournament, and then the Season 1 tournament scores and Season 2 tournament scores will be added together, and then those will go into the finals tournament, which will then lead to the live LAN event in San Antonio, Texas, which as of right now looks like it's going to be July of this year. I still have to finalize a couple things with our sponsors at the USO and a couple other places to verify that we're good to go on those dates. And then we'll be getting hotels booked and all that kind of stuff for the top two teams. And be having a live event in front of a bunch of soldiers on Fort Sam Houston, hopefully. There are some intricacies with that are kind of weird. So you know, there's a background check you have to be able to pass, like just with your driver's license or whatever and stuff like that. And I'll have points of contact for y'all to email that info in if you're wanting to do that. There's a couple workarounds that I have, but primary thing is just overall security. So, what other questions y'all got? Anybody got anything? We still got 27 viewers, 28 viewers here. Questions about contractors. I can't really answer a whole lot about Showdown. I was in the Showdown Alpha. Fantastic. I'm super excited for that to come out. So it'll be an awesome battle royale. My first impressions is for an alpha, it was extremely clean, and pretty awesome and epic overall. Little buggy here and there, but that's to be expected with an alpha, right? So they have not answered the questions to when the beta is going to be. I'm super excited about that as well. So hopefully that'll be coming, you know, relatively soon. But fantastic game, definitely awesome to see. I really personally hope that they go in and they add some of the new weapons that they've been adding to Contractors Showdown to the base Contractors game. I hope that it's Modern Warfare 19 style, where you had the Battle Royale mode and you also had the Arena mode as well, so that you can play multiplayer style play and also do Showdown style play. We already have a scoring system in place for Showdown that we're going to run. We've been looking at that and vamping that for how we're going to run a Showdown league, so that'll be there as well in the future. So super excited about that, guys. How many new maps are in this season? So we were not able to add any new maps at all. Unfortunately, Sneakerman's been very busy. I haven't had a whole lot of communication with him. He's the one that makes all the map mods, that makes the modded loadout, stuff like that. We were working very diligently in Season 1, and he had a schedule change. I had a schedule change, and we haven't been able to get anything new for the league going. So that's unfortunate, but I was hoping to have at least 2 or 3 more maps released. So right now in the map pool, I think there's 12 maps maybe total. We added Afghan Ministry and Embassy as league maps that I helped design with Sneakerman. He does all the work. I just give him ideas. So, but that's why I always told you guys, you know, all season long, like I don't make the maps. I don't have any control over the maps or the loadout. I just make requests. So now that Sneakerman's been MIA a little bit, there's been 0 changes. So it's all the same stuff. Mr. Corey said, very grateful for all the hard work. Thank you. My God. I can't tell y'all enough. I don't get to level with you guys very much. And I try to operate as like a league organizer a lot of the time. but this league has been not fun to run at all. In fact, I hate it, but I love you guys. So there's a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of volunteer time, not just on me, but like our sponsors, Rhythm, Lore, a bunch of members from Rogue, right? Put in a lot of their time and effort and free time and money essentially, right? Like the one thing that you don't get back in life is time, right? So the fact that these people choose, and I'm not speaking about me right now, right? Like my feelings, nobody gives a shit about them. So it is what it is. But the people who volunteer their time, money, and effort, especially their time towards this league, mods, whoever it is, right? I cannot say thank you enough because that is time in their life that they will never get back, right? So I get super annoyed when I see people being disrespectful to those types of people who, you have producers and consumers in life, and there's a lot of fucking consumers out there that just want to run their mouths, and it drives me insane. But anyways, I'll get off my soapbox about that. Um, but let's see what other questions we got. Let's see. Pyro just said Showdown was a beautiful experience for sure. Pyro very quickly developed a reputation in Showdown, so it's my military equipment personally bought. Yeah, so those that's a funny. I'll get to that in just a second. Illuminati. Oh my God. Um, let's see here. Will there still be adjustments to weapon stats, or is the pro standard mod finalized? If Sneaker Man could come in, there's a couple of things, quality of life things that I would want to change, like on the knife kit to where you can just take it off of your kit completely and get rid of it. So that way at the beginning of the game, if you don't want to ever have that knife on there, you can just put nothing and there's nothing to grab or interact with. Um, the weapon stats themselves, I would like to balance rifles a little bit better so that it's not a rifle meta. I feel like there was a lot of rifle work going on in the first season. Some people still are using the CZ or carbines and stuff like that. Um, but there could be a little bit of fine tuning, I think, on the rifle fire rate so that at close distance it's not the exact same TTK. Um, I was running around with an SMG the other night and still pulling the same kills as I would with the AK, and I was running the AK-74 like all season. So AK is the slowest firing gun in the entire loadout outside of single shot pistols, and I do pretty damn well with it. Some other people have kind of picked it up and then let it go, but as of right now, no, there's not going to be a whole lot of changes to the stats. I'm trying to get back with Sneaker Man and talk to him about some stuff and see what's going on. Illuminati, this is for you on that question. I don't know if you can read that or not, but it says fucking stupid allergy, right? I bought this literally after season 1 because I just can't handle it anymore, right? So just keep that in mind. Some of you people out there that want to act like fucking trolls, um, which I think's hilarious, right? I really, really do. Um, Jesus Christ, yes, all this stuff that I'm wearing is not standard issue at all. This is a 511 tactical plate carrier, privately owned company. I don't have stock or sponsorships or anything with them before one of you tries to report me to YouTube about it. It's just a lot more comfortable, a little bit more padding, and then a bunch of other stupid crap that I wear on stream because it's a part of my marketing scheme. Um, and people are nuts, right? So for those of you that don't know, and I have no problem talking about bands from last season, of course, but Rainbow Dash, the famous Rainbow Dash, tried to report me to the Texas National Guard for using military equipment on stream for personal benefit, as well as trying to, um, what do you call it? Oh, hate speech, right? From that incident from like a year ago. Um, so anyways, and of course I get some random phone call from one of the people at the division headquarters or whatever, and they're like, is this so and so? Yes, this is me. And they're like, why are you sending me this link? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So he explains to me. He goes, yeah, your name's Rainbow Dash something something, right? And I was like, oh no, that's probably the person that complained on me. That all happened immediately after Rainbow and I got into it in the Discord about him crying nonstop about everything, just whining, 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 right? Um, so, anyways, so there's that. As you can tell, I've just had it with all the extra drama and bullshit. If people want to start drama and start stupid stuff, they just won't compete here anymore. It's just that simple. If you hate me that much, don't try to compete where I fucking run the league. I don't get it. It's not a hard concept, in my opinion. Like, and if I hated somebody that much, I would like not associate with them at all, regardless of what they're providing, right? So, hang out, have a good time, get along, or there's the door. You can either walk out of it, or I will forcefully put you out of it. So, there's that. So, um, anyways, any other questions? So, I got 22 viewers. I'll keep the stream going, but nobody else has any questions? Any other drama that we want to go over? Um, the Domination League, we'll switch to that. I'll fill some airtime here with that. So the Domination League will be voted on. I think personally, and this is my opinion, I think we keep it standard. I'm still trying to grow the community. I know there's people out there who like hate me, hate the league, want to badmouth the league, badmouth the community, cause drama, stir up shit, shut down new players from coming in, and all of that is destructive in nature and doesn't help grow the community, right? We would all love to have 40 plus teams in the league, 50, 100 teams in the league, not because I make any fucking money off this, right? Like I literally make $0 off this. I pay money out of my pocket just to give people a place to play, right? Um, and I tell my wife all the time because she's like, "You spent how much on what?" I'm like, "Look, here's the deal. It's my hobby. I get X number of hours out of it and enjoy the time that I play the game. I don't enjoy the admin time at all. Um, but anyway, so that's my hobby. That's what I do, and that's the money that I would spend towards my hobby. So if you broke it down by hour, I'm spending X number of dollars per hour to play this game with all of you, right? So that's what it is. Same thing for the other sponsors and people that support the league. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't thank you enough for your support, for the stuff that y'all donate and contribute. We actually added a new sponsor today, um, and they'll be getting their stuff posted here pretty soon and added to the sponsor reel. We'll be updating the sponsor reel. For those of you that don't know, last season Anarchy won a completely awesome package for their website. So we built them a custom website, or we're building them a custom website. It's currently in progress, and a brand new logo, social media package, jersey package and design, and a merch store that we're going to set up for them, um, through the Exclaim website that the league runs. And they'll get discounted prices on their items and stuff there. So it's absolutely legitimately fantastic. That's one of the reasons that I called it the Pro League, is because the idea is to transition VR gaming to a more professional standpoint, to where there are jerseys and merchandise and stuff that you guys can buy and make it more official. Not because I make money off of it, just because I think it's cool to transform this hobby and space into something more professional. I mean, like if people will line up to watch people throw like horseshoes and washers and like sandbags, what do you call that? Cornhole, right? Cornhole tournaments. Um, you know, I think they should be watching VR, my opinion. But how do you feel about the abundance of claymores lately? Flatlined, I have not experienced a ton of claymores, to be honest, um, at all. I've seen a couple in practice, in rogue practices. My deal with claymores is somebody has to walk over it accidentally, and you don't know when that's going to go off. I prefer action versus reaction type mechanics, and I guess maybe that's because of the military, right? But they're not the best mechanic in the game. If they work better, sure, that'd be awesome. But being able to throw a grenade accurately and drop it on a target's head, like if they're capturing the objective or whatever, which is primarily how I use my fragmentation grenades, then um, it's not called bags. Thanks, Illuminati, for the 4.99 donation, man. You're awesome. I will. I'll buy 2 monsters with that. You can get a monster for about 250. So, I will allow that to support my caffeine. Eros has been using claymores in practice, guys, as well. Illuminati, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, man, for the small donation. I appreciate it. It is fantastic. Um, but that will actually go right back into the league. As I said, I don't plan on trying to make money with this. Just provide you guys with an awesome place. So Maybe I'll throw your logo on as a sponsor for that 4.99, and we'll go from there. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all are fantastic. This community, I love you guys. It's awesome. Um, but anyway, I've ranted for a little while. I don't see a whole lot of other questions coming in. Um, but yeah, keep it up. Keep working hard. Season 2 is going to be fantastic. And then hopefully next year we'll have some awesome stuff. I'd love to work with Caveman on the Showdown release type stuff because that's coming around the finals here in San Antonio. So it'd be cool to do a thing with them. Um, so I don't know. Caveman, hit me up. Lon, you've got my number. Um, I also know they're very, very focused on Showdown, and I'm getting very, very little feedback on possible updates. I sent them the VRPL Pro gun stuff and damage charts and everything like that, saying, hey, is there any way that we could, look at incorporating some of this um, into the standard loadout so we could all just play standard with the balance? But anyways, it is what it is. So, um, but at the same time, I really hope that they ignore contractors for the next 6 months and that Showdown is just the best battle royale game of the fucking season. Pyro Disc with a $10 donation. Hey man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. You guys are freaking awesome. I mean, seriously, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Um, all that money will go back into the league and to prize pools and stuff like that. We do have a prize package that we're announcing. I'm trying to get some stuff finalized on that. So, um, hey, what's up, Lore? Lore, if you scroll up, it's actually in the chat. They linked it in the chat. Rogue Alpha is playing SKS Misfits, so we will be playing them this week. What up, Darth Nader? What's going on, buddy? Hadn't seen you in a minute. Welcome, welcome. Um, anyway, so I'm hoping maybe tonight I will do a live stream. I'm trying to get my Steam VR to work. After I switched to the Quest 3, there were some issues there, like tech-wise. And so I'm hoping to get my Steam VR working again to where I can stream my content at high quality. And maybe I'll get a stream in tonight, possibly play some domination or something, see what's up. I need to get into some of those maps and see which ones I'd like to play. Oh, my point on that is we're going to keep the Domination League probably standard. The idea is to get people to come play Domination, get into the competitive environment, and then maybe bridge from Dom standard to the Pro Comp League, right? We had 4 teams sign up for the Domination, or not for the the Pro League standard version, if that makes sense. So, but anyways, yeah. Once again, massive shout out to Pyro, to Illuminati for their donations today on the stream. I appreciate you guys. Can't thank you enough. Thank you for your time and effort and everything that you do. Um, we have refs this season that'll be coming up. Hopefully, some of you guys will take the time to do that. It is not a fun job. I'm not going to sell it as a fun job. And it's a lot of drama, and so hopefully we're going to mitigate some of the drama stuff. But um, so anyway, we'll go from there. But if there's not any more questions, guys, I'm going to shut it down. I'll give it about, I don't know, 3 to 5 more minutes, and we'll go from there. But thank you, everybody, for all your support. We hope that we are making a fun place for you to play, and transparent, and fair. And I know that, Rogue competing um, rubs some people the wrong way. However, if I'm not competing, I'm not going to run this league. It's just the way it is. Um, it's not worth the time or effort for me to beat my head against a wall dealing with trolls without some sort of reward on my own end, which is getting to play the game and enjoy the game that I love. So, um, but yeah, awesome. Well, I'm going to probably shut it down. So, catch you guys on the next one. See you on the next stream. If you're out there and want to check out the Astraeus Brace, Astraeus system, I'll do that plug real quick. But this is my own personal one that I use every single day. Super awesome system. Awesome, awesome print quality. I don't know if you can see it there. Super customizable, make it how you want. Extra comfortable as well with the Y-strap design for both Quest 2 and 3. And we actually added a new thing to it here. So we've gone back to kind of the original design that had a pipe So this is a hexagon pipe here that we are 3D printing, and then that allows you to have like gross and fine motor movements. So, but this here can come out and extend, so you can get a lot of length there. Um, but it's a super awesome design. And of course, we have our gear ends that allow you to adjust however you want. Tons of different attachments, magnets, slip cups, slap cups, you freaking name it. If you have an idea and you want us to try to implement it as well, I'm open to suggestions and trying to design a piece that gives you what you want as well. So, but check it out, see if you want it. If not, no big deal. There's plenty of options out there. I'm not going to force feed you this thing right here because that wouldn't feel good. So, but yeah, you guys are awesome. Keep it up. As always, catch you guys on the next one. I love how I just ducked out. It's perfect. See you guys. Does it work with the Pro controllers? Yes, it does. It does. We have Quest 2, Quest 3, and Pro controllers. I don't have other, what do you call it? I don't have other cups, like for PlayStation VR and that kind of stuff. So the link should be in the description as well if you want to check it out and see all the different options. Um, but yeah, just let me know your cup type.